Hello friends, in this lesson we'll be talking about schedules of Indian Constitution. What is a schedule? First of all we have to understand. You see schedule means table, important table, or you can say uh, important list, right? Important list or table attached to the Constitution of India. Originally, Indian Constitution had 8 schedules, but right now we have 12 schedules. How many schedules? 12 schedules. First thing is that originally 8 schedules, but now 12 schedules. Right? In exams, many times it's asked about schedules. So in this lesson, we'll be focusing on schedules. Let's begin. You see, in the first schedule, you'll find names of the states and the territories. Right? You can see here names of the states and their territorial jurisdiction. And here you'll find name of the union and territories of the extent. So in first schedule, it's talking about territory. In the second schedule, it talks about, you can say, emoluments, allowances, salary or special privileges and so on. And this is for President of India, the governors of Indian states, the Speaker and Deputy Speaker of Lok Sabha, the Chairman and Deputy Chairman of Rajya Sabha, the Chairman and Deputy Chairman of Rajya Sabha, also Speaker and Deputy Speaker of Lok Sabha, and also Chairman and Deputy Chairman of Legislative Councils. In many states you will find Legislative Councils, so that's also coming under this second schedule. So mainly you will think that the second schedule is talking about salary. So, President of India, Governor, Speaker, Deputy Speaker, Chairman, Deputy Chairman, all this, right? So, in second schedule, it's talk about salary. Better to say allowances or privileges. So, in second schedule, you'll find these things. So please remember, in second schedule it talks about allowances, privileges or salary. Right? Even the judges of High Court, Supreme Court and Comptroller Auditor General coming under this second schedule. Then we will go for third schedule. Third schedule is talking about the oath. Important officials like union ministers, president, right? So whenever oath is concerned, you have to remember the third schedule. So in third schedule, it's coming your union ministers, candidates for election to the parliament, the members of parliament, the judges of Supreme Court, Comptroller Auditor General, and the candidates for the election of state legislature, judges of High Court. So in the third schedule, it talks about oath, right? So how you memorize? In first schedule, it talks about territory, right? In second schedule, it talks about allowances or salary. And third schedule, it talks about oath, right? And we'll talk right now the fourth schedule. In fourth schedule, you'll find allocation of seats in Rajya Sabha and in the union territories. That's your fourth schedule. And if you talk about fifth schedule you can see here. Fifth schedule, scheduled areas and scheduled tribes. So please remember scheduled areas and scheduled tribes. Now we'll talk about the Sixth schedule, provisions relating to administration of tribal areas in the states of Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura, and Mizoram. And simultaneously, you should remember also articles, but these are not so important. So you should remember the main things here. And seventh schedule, we have list. Please remember this is seventh schedule list. And we have three lists like union list. We have 100 subjects right now. And state list, right now we have 61 list subjects. And in the concurrent list, we have 52 subjects. This is very important for exam point of view. So please remember, in the seventh schedule, we have list, union list, state list, and concurrent list. So they may ask you how many subjects are there in union list. 100 subjects. Originally 97 subjects. States list contains 61 subjects. Originally 66 subjects. Concurrent list contains 52 subjects, originally 47 subjects. Now we'll talk about the 8th schedule. You see, it talks about language. Actually, you have to remember here, total 22 languages are there. 22 languages are there, but originally we had only 14 languages, scheduled languages, but after subsequent amendments, now we have 22 languages. So here you have to remember certain things. I will explain right now. In 8th schedule, you just see, in 8th schedule, here we have 21 amendments, right? 21st amendment, then 71 amendment, then 92nd amendment. Right? We are talking about 8th schedule. In 21st amendment, we have Sindhi. You can check it here. 21st amendment. Here is your Sindhi. Sindhi was added. And in 71st, Konkani, Manipuri, Nepali. So you can write KMN. Right? Konkani, Manipuri, and Nepali. This is the thing you have to remember, right? And here MBDS. This is the formula. Let's check it. M stands for Maithili. B stands for Bodo. You can check it here. Bodo, Dongri, and S stands for Santhali. So this is the formula for remembering those languages. If you add it also, this is 21st amendment, 71st amendment, just add it, you'll find 92nd amendment. This is the thing you have to remember for exam point of view, right? I hope you got this one. Whenever it's talked about 8th schedule, it's talked about languages. And first schedule, 21st schedule amendment talks about Sindhi. 71st amendment talks about 3 languages which were added. So originally we had 14 languages. Originally, you just add it 1, 16, then 3, then 4. Right? So 22 languages you have to remember. I hope you got this point, right? Now we'll talk about the 9th schedule. You see, in 9th schedule, we have, you can check it here. 9th schedule, it is actually called, it was added by First Amendment in 1951. In First Amendment 1951, this was added. So, you have to remember, it talks about the schedule was adopted by First Amendment to protect laws included in the form of judicial scrutiny on the ground of violation of fundamental rights. However, in 2007, Supreme Court ruled that laws included in the schedule after 24th April 1973 are now open to judicial review. So anyway, so it is talking about actually land reforms. You can see here, it is talking about land reforms. So please remember land reform. This is very, very important. So whenever it will talk about 9th schedule, please remember it's your land. So please remember land reforms. Right? And in 2007, Supreme Court said it's open for judicial review. These are the things you have to remember. I hope you got this point. Right? This point is clear. Now we'll talk about 10th schedule. It was added by 52nd Amendment. You just check it here. 10th schedule. It talks about anti-defection law. So please remember anti-defection law. What is anti-defection law? Members after election or inside the legislature, parliament or assembly, they usually change their political parties by taking bribes or holding office of profit, right? So in order to avoid those things, the procedure for disqualification of members of parliament and state legislature on the ground of defection was added by 52nd Amendment. This is very, very important for exam point of view. Now we'll talk about 11th schedule and 12th schedule. You see, 11th schedule and 12th schedule talks about Panchayat Raj and it talks about municipality. Right? So you have to remember here one important point. This 11th schedule was added by 73rd Amendment 1992 and 12th schedule was added by 74th Amendment in 1992. This is a very, very important point for exam point of view. I hope you got all these points. Wish you happy learning. Thank you very much. Thank you.